This is the Iowa weather report for Sunday, January the 20th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at noon today. We have a trough over the eastern two-thirds of the country, digging in across the Great Lakes and into New England. And this is bringing the cold air that came last evening. It'll bring a little bit of snow across the state. Accumulations will be light. The heaviest amounts may be an inch or so in the north and western counties of the state, with little to nothing in the south and east. And Monday, that's gone. Some lake effect snow in the lakes, but it's going to be downright cold. Highs on Monday will be struggling into the single digits, above zero in some areas, and even the lower teens. And Tuesday doesn't look much better after morning lows once again at or below zero, and in some cases double digits below zero. Highs will struggle to the single digits to teens, maybe some middle teens. Wednesday doesn't look much different. Highs maybe in the upper single digits into the teens, maybe a few degrees warmer than on Tuesday, with mainly sunny skies. Thursday, we have a little bitty disturbance that'll bring some snow to the Dakotas, Minnesota, a little bit of rain to our south. There could be a few clouds, maybe a flurry or two with highs in the teens. And then Friday, high pressure moves back in as that storm system begins to develop a little bit more after the fact. So temperatures back into the teens and maybe single digits again. And then Saturday we start to warm back up. Temperatures begin to rise back into the 20s, maybe the lower 30s, with winds coming out of the south and west behind the high pressure near Memphis. And then a week from today, next Sunday, we now have a zonal flow, a bit of a trough across the west, and a lot of the cold air being shunted back northward again. And so this will be our reprieve from the cold air. But a storm system developing in the west is going to prove to be a factor a few days after this point into the following week. And you'll see that here. This is on the 30th, the morning of the 30th. We have a system digging through the middle Mississippi River Valley. And with this energy, this is going to bring up a low pressure center. And at this point, it'd be centered about near Rockford. This could bring some interesting weather, to say the least. We've seen this on the last 2 days, so this could bring thunderstorms to the south and east and heavy snow to the northwest. And then at the end of the forecast, way out on the 4th of February, we have a split flow, subtropical jet across the Gulf Coast, the polar jet across the northern tier of the country. And at the surface, we have a lot of the cold air displaced back into Canada and New England, with some rain across Texas and the Gulf Coast, and around here seeing highs perhaps in the lower to middle 30s. Here's the satellite image from last evening. We had some high and mid-level cloudiness in the northern plains into the northwest, some high-level clouds across the south and Gulf Coast, and some cloudiness with a departing storm across the New England states into the mid-Atlantic. The watch morning map from last evening, some wind chill advisories, watches, and warnings across the northern tier of the country, wind advisories and high wind warnings from the upper Midwest eastward to the eastern Great Lakes in New England, and some fog and air stagnation in the northwest. QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Thursday evening at 6 o'clock, showing amounts around here anywhere around a couple hundredths, maybe up to 1/10 of an inch of liquid equivalent, maybe upwards of 1 or 2 inches of snow.